Hey, BassGeek here. We are out on the Green Goblin, and who don't love a topwater bite? Man, it's summertime. That means there's always a topwater bite somewhere. What's going on, geeks? Hey, today we're going to be talking about a bait that I've now been using for a couple, 3 years. It's been out for a little while. Sorry about the wind, but it's a topwater bait that not a lot of people are talking about. And I've looked at some videos online, and they're not really showing you the best way, the best retrieve, the best places to throw this bait. So I think it's overlooked, and I think the people that know are keeping it so hush hush that I'm afraid it's going to be one of those baits that it doesn't sell and you can't get them anymore. Now, I've got a ton of them, and we're going to give one away to you today. But first, we got some business to take care of. Geeks, I'm telling you, I love my Camus. I love everything about it. I love the big Merc. I love the power poles. I love the Garmins. This is a fishing machine. Let me tell you, it is a fishing machine. I love it. But when you have something like this, or something like old Ruby, the old Triton that I still have, my son-in-law is loving it. I can't wait for my son to start using it too. By the way, you better make sure that you are using the right insurance, because you don't want to be stuck without a fishing machine like this if things go wrong. BIA Insurance. Guys, check them out. They cover both of my boats. It is Boater Insurance Agency, and that's who's sponsoring the video today. I appreciate them. Make sure you check them out. Boaters Insurance Agency, links in the description. They can do anything, whether you're a YouTuber. Believe it or not, there's certain things that have to be covered differently when you're YouTube fishing, as opposed to tournaments, as opposed to just weekend and recreation. So a lot of companies don't understand the bass fishing world. These guys sponsor a ton like that. Something almost fell out of a tree on me. It's a little windy out here, as you can tell. That was nerve-wracking. Anyway, BIA would have had me covered as long as it didn't pin me to the bottom. Then I don't know what might happen. But all that being said, BIA, guys, make sure you check them out. They cover a ton of the pros, so they're going to know what you need, even when you don't. All right, let's talk about this topwater bait. So as you guys know, I work with Tackle Warehouse to bring you a box, a hand-picked $50 worth of baits box every single month. Now, we've been getting some companies that have sponsored our boxes, but for the most part, it'll be through Tackle Warehouse. And I want to show you what I got you this month for the June box. I know it's the end of June, but it's still the June box. Number one, we've got the Woolly Bug. The Woolly Bug in one of my favorite colors, green and blue. Green pumpkin, they call it a brim, but this is a great finesse. This is the 3.25. You guys know I love a one knocker during the summer, so I got you a one knocker, and that is a beautiful color. It's called River Shad. Great bait and a great sound. It calls them up from the depths this time of year. Now, we know June is big worm season. It really starts toward the end of June and really kicks in July. Right here is the Mighty Worm, a 10.5 inch green pumpkin, black flake, beautiful big straight tail worm. You can rig 100 different ways, from Texas to Carolina to mag shaky, one of my favorite ways to do it. Hey, you guys that like the live scope, well, I'm going to throw this in the box for you. This is one of my favorite light summer heads. You can take the Yum forward-facing sonar minnow or a GIMMIK armor shad, throw on this bad boy. This is a 1/0, 1/8, and let me tell you, if you didn't see what Jacob Wheeler did to them on Gunnersville, this technique will work anywhere. You should really give it a try. One of the last things in the box is this. This is the Jig Jitsu. It's one of my favorite jigs. It's kind of that arky head style jig. This is got a 4/0. It's a great looking color. Got that green, got that purple in there. 5/8 ounce, great summertime weight. You can do everything from drag it on the ledges to skip it under docks. This head is kind of a do-all style head. One of my favorite heads on a jig and one of my favorite jigs right here. Now the last but not least, and this is the bait that I was talking about earlier. Man, I want to share this with you all because I don't really see a lot of people talking about it, and I don't see a lot of people really using it the way I use it. I've definitely not seen the videos out there on YouTube, and I'm going to tell you, the guys that know, and what concerns me about it is what ends up happening is a lot of times when the guys that know don't tell anybody else, the things don't sell that well. And you know, even though I got a bunch of them, they stopped making them. And that is the Booyah Prank. Let me show you how I rig it and what this bad boy looks like. All right, so I want to talk to you right away about rod, reel, and line. The line really is the most important part of this setup. So it's really key, okay? So rod, number one, I throw it on a bait caster. You can throw it on a spinning rod, but my opinion is I wouldn't. I just think they're too soft. Maybe if you throw it on a medium heavy and not a medium, you could get away with it. But in my opinion, I'm going to throw it on a bait caster. Okay, this is the TFO. This is the professional series. So it's you know, it's their cheaper version. And I shouldn't say cheap, but it's their lower cost version. Man, this is a great rod, and it casts this little bait a mile, as you'll see here in a minute. Professional series, 7-foot medium action, 1/4 to 3/4. Great set of rods right here. I really do like these. Now I've got it teamed up with a reel that really is, as my buddy Jim, big shout out to Tackle Junkie, a caster. Now this is, I believe, a 7.3, which is just fine for what we're doing. I like that 6.8 to 7.3. Don't really like to get over that with this because I think when you're reeling in the fish, you'll put a little too much pressure on those treble hooks. Now this is a moderate rod. It doesn't say it on there, but it's a ModFst, which is also a big help in not ripping the treble hooks out. It also helps casting this thing a country mile. Now let's talk about line. On this reel, I have K9 fluoro. I do not use, I guess braid would be all right, but I actually like a line that's going to maybe sink a little bit. So the fluoro is K9 line, K9 Fishing's sort of, for lack of a better term, copolymer, right? So it's got a little bit of stretch, but not a lot. And it's kind of neutrally buoyant, so it doesn't take on water. It doesn't necessarily sink, but it will sink with the bait, or it will float with the bait, depending on what the bait does. But I like it because it's got a little bit of stretch, and again, we're using treble hooks. So it's a good bait. I don't like stretchy line. I don't like monofilament for this bait, okay? I think braid would work fine, but I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, we're probably in, I don't know, 10 foot of water right there, and you can see the bottom without even having to have polarized glasses on. Now, let's go talk about when, where, and why to fish this little bad boy. Okay, so one of the places that I love to fish this, and it's really one of the key places that you can fish this, is over laydowns, shallow brush piles, that sort of thing. And basically what you want to do, you want to make that up there. And what I like to do is just pop it and then twitch it. Give it one pop and literally just take my wrist and sweep it. Run it right over top of these brush piles, because it's got a very, very unique swimming action. But I like to give it that little bit of pop first before I get that swimming action out of it. So like I said, I like to cast this out around laydowns, brush, logs, Let it sit there for a minute. Pop it. Give it a little tug. Pop it. Pull it. It'll leave a little bit of a bubble trail. And it's got a really unique swimming action. Setting the hook, you want to side set. Keep the rod tip low. Don't let them jump and throw these treble hooks out. Keep the rod tip low. That is always the key to landing bass. Like I said, and I'm telling you, for busting bass, there's nothing better. There is nothing better than this bait right here. I can't wait. We're going to do some videos on it this year, and I can't wait to show you just how good this is when bass are chasing shad actively. This may be the best bait for that on the market. I mean, I'm just going to say it. Like I said, I can't wait to show you that as we get later into the summer. That'll really start happening where I'm at, and you should check out the prank. But someone's going to win this bad boy right here. So to be able to win the June BassGeek box, just make sure you enter #prank in the description below. Guys, for anybody that doesn't win, we'll make sure that we put all the links in the description to the baits in the box from Tackle Warehouse. You can go out there and pick up whatever you want. But I would highly recommend picking up a prank. All right, remember guys, as always, questions, comments in the comment section below. By the way, don't forget to go check out BIA Boaters Insurance Agency. It's all they do is boat insurance, so they know what they're doing. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you can get those notifications when the videos come out. Be part of the 100% Watch Squad, guys. I'm telling you right now, it is huge for the channel and to help me live my dream. I appreciate you guys. That's what the 100% Watch Squad does for me. You are allowing me to live a dream I never thought I'd get to. All that being said, you geeks rock.